Greetings and welcome, everyone, to All You Can Geek Podcast, episode number 301.5, Video Games Edition. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Corey Feinsod.
Yo,
and
I'm doing the Tony from last time.
Welcome, listeners, to 301.5. Again, two parts of our podcast from now on, and video. Hi. We don't have Mike on the podcast. Unfortunately, he's on vacation in Wildwood, so he'll join us next week for his video debut.
He's not like having fun in the sun or some shit.
Stupid non-gaming things.
Yeah.
He's not getting angry at Overwatch. Which I think he's gotten more angry.
It's probably
than
good for him.
Now, Corey,
my God, he has been raging.
But now Corey hears me, though. Corey, you hear me. When I get angry, I'm like, fucking bitch, god damn it, son of a... I'm just like yelling in the microphone at these people, because what pisses me off the most in this game, and we're going to start off with Overwatch, fuck it. So, what pisses me off the most in this game is when somebody picks a character like that, and they're terrible. They're god-awful at that character. So, I joined my last competitive match. Now, for competitive, mostly through on the Xbox, this is the rank mode to get my ranking. I played mostly as D.Va, and I was like a kill-death ratio of 3 throughout the entire 10 games I played. I ended up finishing at a 2.8, but that's because I played a healer in the last game and whatever. It was like a 9-death, 10-death thing, but whatever. So my actual kill-death ratio in rank is 2.8 right now. And because I joined that last game, and instantaneously they picked D.Va. So I'm like, well, crap, you're not going to have two D.Vas in one. And this is before the buff's coming out, obviously, so there's no buff out now. And I don't know. It just pisses me off when the DPS sucks and they pick DPS. And she is DPS. She is good at DPS, but I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like, prime example is last night I joined that one game with you guys, and in like a minute I already had like a gold and a silver and a bronze medal. I'm like...
Yeah, that shit pissed me off big time. And then a lot of it does, though, like, here's the problem. Like, sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean the players are terrible. I'm not going to say that. It could just mean you guys just don't gel as a team. That could be possible.
It could be.
Because I think we were all doing pretty poorly in that game. I mean, I was doing pretty shitty.
I think that
I only had a minute, but
yeah.
The problem, I think, when games like that are the people aren't there. Those people, I don't think, are there to play the game objectively. They're playing to either learn a character,
which is fine. And I would love to do that too.
Right, exactly. Or just trying to pad their stats in the characters, whatever they're doing. But that's usually what I find that you're not going to win, is when you're not playing the objective and working together. And everyone needs to know their role. I mean, it's like The Rock. It's like, know your role. Like, play your role. Like, don't pick 76 and then not shoot things behind a freaking Reinhardt shield. Like, that's why the shield's there, so you can shoot behind it from it and into the enemy, not sit in front of the shield. And like, that's what annoys me.
It always happens whenever I tank. I'm just like, and I just see some guy, and I'm like,
yep, there he goes.
Do you not want to be behind my shield? Because I'll pick a DPS then.
I understand if you're Reaper and you need to be like up close and personal.
Yeah, well, D.Va,
if you're
use the teleport.
Well,
then,
D.Va has to be closer. She does more damage when she's up close.
But she has a shield. She has high HP and the most armor in the game.
Yeah, and you know what's funny with me playing as D.Va? I have more kills. I like to know my kills outside of the mech, because I feel like I've killed so many more people when I'm outside of the mech.
It's a funny joke because like I might have mentioned this, but somebody made a drawing where it's D.Va's mech, and instead of her normal mech turrets, it's just like 2 of her pistols strapped onto it. It's like overpowered. This would be, or something like that. And it's just like
her pistol does a shit ton of damage, and I always hit headshots with it. Like, it's just so easy to headshots with it. It's a big fucking laser beam. It just so. But anyways, the real reason we bring up Overwatch in the beginning of our episode here is because they have a new character announced last week. And we didn't get to talk about it because we had our 300 going on. Anna was announced. The support sniper, guys.
Is it Anna or is it Anna?
It's Anna, Anna. It's Anna. It's Anna.
Anna.
I think they say Anna.
It's Anna because there's only one N.
Mm-hmm.
Anna would be 2. Maybe.
All right, so Anna is Farrah's mother. Nobody who pays attention to Overwatch doubted this was going to happen.
Well, it was leaked that this was going to be Sombra, right?
Right. Well,
they left clues for Sombra.
Speculation. There was a lot of speculation that was going to be Sombra because there's been a lot of hints in Overwatch world.
So we may still be getting Sombra later, because that could still be another. There was a lot of talk with Sombra. Still.
Yeah.
So that may be a separate character. We don't know that. But anyways, Ana, sniper healer, which is a weird combo. But and how is she doing in the PTR? That's on the PC, right? PTR.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I don't know how she's doing.
I think a lot of people thought she was overpowered when they first came into this based off of her kit. But once they started playing with her, she really has very little mobility.
Yeah.
So that makes her easy target. Her sniper doesn't do headshot damage. It does general damage.
Right.
So it's the same either way. And you have to be pretty accurate to hit the sleeping dart. So a lot of people are saying that she's not as strong as they had thought she was going to be.
not going to be a playable character for me who can't shoot. I can't hit the broadside of a barn.
So yeah, I mean, you have to shoot your buddies to heal them with a sniper. So
well, that I can do. I always hit my. Everybody always jumps in front. Well, it doesn't affect your bullet, but they always jump in front where you're trying to aim anyway. So I think I could do that as her. I could heal pretty well.
And there isn't like a second trigger. Like, it's not like Mercy where you have to do the left or the bumper and then the trigger.
Shot, but it primarily heals. It primarily heals. So it'll seek out your teammates first before going for DPS. That shot. Yeah. Interesting ideas for her. She sounds kind of you really need to know what you're doing shooting. And then her ult
is a 3-star difficulty.
And her ult is pretty awesome.
The ult is, that thing with her ult, there's a lot of, I think from what I've seen, there's a lot of controversy with it as well, is that people either say it's overpowered or they say it's underpowered because you're wasting,
so explain what it does.
It basically gives you a teammate, if you shoot them, it gives them teammate damage boost, damage resistance from enemies, and faster movement. So
if you give that to a Roadhog?
If you give that Roadhog, Reinhardt, anybody, like really, there've been a ton of highlights on the Overwatch subreddit and stuff already where people are getting nano boosted. I think it's called nano boost.
Yeah,
nano boosted, and they're just wrecking house. I mean, that's what you're gonna get every so often. But if someone's not paying attention and then you shoot them, this is something where you need to really coordinate.
Yeah, but I mean, just imagine having that nano buff and then using an old like Soldier 76 or Pharah or Reaper, like it's, I don't know, just death.
I think that I don't necessarily think Pharah is the best example, just because she's kind of
she hates her mom.
Not really moving, but like Genji is great, just because of his mobility.
Oh, God.
He just team wipe people like instantly. So yeah, there's a lot of good there that can happen, but also then again, like now you're using 2 ults.
Yeah.
So.
But if you get a team wipe.
You get a team wipe, that's great. Yeah, but it's not one of those things you can do anything on your own. You're not.
No, absolutely. It's a team-based character, absolutely. Skill based and team-based. Like, it's not something you're just gonna pick randomly and
it's
hope.
It's really a true support character.
Yeah.
Unlike.
I like the concept. I kind of don't know how I feel about the first new character being another sniper. I would have preferred actually another healer just to promote more healing. Like, I mean, dedicated. I know she can heal, but I mean like dedicated. Hey, your primary function is to heal.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of think her primary function is to heal, though. Like, I don't see her sitting in the back sniping people that much. I see her sniping the body. I don't know. I just from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Way more true support character than Zenyatta.
Oh yeah, fuck Zenyatta. He's not a real healer.
He's not really. He's like, here, I'll throw you a bone.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm never happy to have one on my team ever.
I love him. I like him a lot.
His orb does heal quickly.
I'd much rather have a Lucio or a Mercy.
The thing is, when you have a Zenyatta, you need to have a Lucio or a Mercy.
Yeah.
And that's what I like, because his orb Discord is amazing.
Awesome. But even his extra healing on spot, like you need some extra healing on a spot. It's not bad to have that.
I heard he was like a little overpowered in PTR because of the changes they made. So.
Well, the healing, now that the healing is going to add to your ultimate, that's going to be, they had to rearrange characters now because Soldier has an increase now for his ult. Roadhog had a massive increase, 45%, I think.
All self-healing characters.
Self-healing will add to it. So Mercy's the same way. Now Mercy's overpowered in the
Mercy doesn't have self-healing. She heals on her own.
It's passive, but it's adding to her ult.
No, that's not adding to her ult.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
That part isn't.
I heard that was.
No. It's the characters that have an ability to add healing. So like 76 and Roadhog have abilities that give them heals, where Mercy is a passive ability. It's not something she has to trigger.
All right. So yeah, we'll be trying. Hopefully, we'll trying out Anna within the next 2 weeks.
Week
or 2
think,
weeks.
yeah, week or
tops,
two.
Yeah. Well, I know
Possibly tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of issues with this. There's a lot of
apparently
issues
there's a
balancing,
2 gig patch that just got downloaded to PC.
Ooh.
People.
Interesting.
Interesting.
They won't launch that though. I thought they would launch her with the Diva and everything adjustments, but
That's happening tomorrow, probably.
that Mercy adjustment, people don't.
That's not. Well, that's in PTR right now.
Okay, so the Diva is part of the. I thought she was part of the whole
The
thing.
Diva and the McCree stuff.
Separate.
That was happening. That was already scheduled to happen.
Okay. So, interesting.
So, I mean, the people on Reddit were saying that somebody just said they got a patch, and that's what I think they're assuming is going to be is
Cool.
the Diva stuff and things. So,
Cool. All right.
so hopefully, I mean, because it would be a Tuesday, would make sense. And then they do have the Comic-Con panel in a couple days.
Yes.
Yeah, Comic-Con.
That's coming up. Wow. Okay, so what do we have here? We have Amy Hennig, the woman who was writing for Uncharted, that left. Remember, we talked about this podcast ago. Left actually Uncharted 4 mid-project and went and worked for EA. Is now working on the new Star Wars game, and we got a little bit of information from her at the Star Wars Celebration that they want to make the game that their game's coming out in 2018. By the way. Yeah, right. So the game's supposed to come out in 2018, but we're looking at like they want to do it more like you're getting the movie experience from the game, which is it's never a good combination, I don't think, is it? Like, think about all the movie tie-in games that we've had that are just terrible.
Well, are they trying to do movie tie-in or just give you the feel of like you're playing a movie?
It feel like you're playing the movie. Like,
okay, well that's different than movie tie-in. I think that's because there's a difference there. When you have movie tie-ins that are required to do certain things, it restricts. When you have a game that wants you to feel like you're playing the movie, that's different. I think that makes a lot more sense. And if it's the original story, it's going to be a much better experience, I think, than a movie tie-in game. This doesn't sound like a movie tie-in.
Okay. Well,
sounds like trying to get that cinematic.
No, it's not.
Look at Uncharted.
It's just going to be they want to make it very story-driven. Not a lone wolf kind of story, so that's her words exactly. Basically, you won't have one hero you're playing as. It sounds like you're playing as multiple people throughout the story. So it'd be interesting.
Why do you think it doesn't come out in 2018? Sounds like they've been working on it for like a couple of years.
Sure. Yeah, everything comes out on time nowadays. It's not coming out in 2018.
Right. If it was a little closer, I would have bet on it.
Okay, I was like, wait, are we getting a bet here? I'd do it.
It's too far. It's too far away. I mean, I
have too many long-term bets out right now. I just don't see it happening. Everything gets delayed, man. Everything gets delayed.
Okay.
Xbox One S.
Fair enough.
The Xbox One S launching August 2nd. We learned that today, I think. $399. We knew about that.
Early August. That's as early as you can get, I guess.
August 2nd. 2 terabyte hard drive. That's the only one releasing on August 2nd, by the way. There's no other.
2 terabyte?
Yep, that's it. They are releasing.
How much is that? 500? 400?
$399.
Oh, 400.
Yeah, not bad price. $499. $399 for the 2 terabyte drive. So you get the new system, the smaller unit, launching.
So then $350 for terabyte and $300 for 500.
Yeah, and that's going to be. They'll be out later in the month, but they'll be out that month. But they're just not going to be that week. So they're going to, release this one first, and then the other one soon follow. Mm-hmm. Before we get into the phenomenon that we're going to get into, I want to take a quick moment. I'm just like, God, I don't want to talk about this. We have to, though. Tony's itching. All right. I want to talk before we get into this about our friends over about an offer for you listeners from our friends over at Loot Crate. Loot Crate is offering you listeners a special offer here. If you go to trylootcrate.com/AYCG and sign up and enter the promo code BRIDGE10, you'll save 10% on your new subscription through Loot Crate. So it's a special offer that we've got for you. Again, it's trylootcrate.com/AYCG, and the promo code is BRIDGE10.
Number 10.
Yeah, the number 10.
Number 10.
10. Bridge 10.
Numeric 10, people.
All lowercase. So, again, if you're not familiar with what Loot Crate is, I have visual examples I can do. They're in my collection cabinet here. But yeah, let me show you what you can get. I'll show you. Let me get the pop figure real quick. But they're fill them in real quick while I get this. Go ahead, guys.
All right.
Describe what Loot Crate is.
Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box where basically you get a bunch of goodies in the mail once a month. It comes in a really cool black and I think orange box.
One time, didn't one of them like turn into 3D, like there are like virtual glasses or something, or was that something else?
I forget if that was it. I subscribed for a while. I don't know if I ever got that one, but they really do fun things with their boxes these days. Like one was like I think it was like Game Month, and like it actually folded out into a game, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you basically get really geeky items. Like Jim just showed a exclusive pop variant. I think the other month they had a Overwatch exclusive variant, which is pretty cool. Hopefully they do more of that. I think they're doing.
There's almost always an exclusive item in the Loot Crate. Mm-hmm. And it's usually pretty cool. Everything I've seen recently has been pretty cool stuff. And actually, I got like whenever there's Borderlands stuff, I mean, I got to mention it
in advance. They were like, "Oh, we have a special like theme going on, like space or adventure or spies or heroes or villains and stuff like that." And you get some really cool thing. I think this past winter they did a Deadpool exclusive like hat or something like that. And I was like, damn, like that's really cool. Like that's legitimately something I would wear out in public. Because, a lot of stuff sometimes you get and you're just like, yeah, maybe this is like a workout shirt or, around the house. Right.
Shirt or whatever you get there, swag shirts or their gym shirts are around the house.
Right. But no, you'll usually get like a shirt or a pop figure or exclusive covers for variants. I got a really cool Star Wars episode #1 where it showed Chewie and Han actually like smuggling loot crates, like space loot crates. I was like, I like that. That's a really cool, like clever concept idea, and it's very subtle. It's not like in your face and stuff like that. I got like a Batman variant, which came I think with the pop figure that Jim had. So I mean, it's really cool just getting that in the mail, and it's basically a birthday thing or a Christmas or insert any other holiday where it's just like, I don't know what this is. I'm excited, and just open it up and fun goodies.
Right. So once again, that offer is trylootcrate.com/AYCG and enter the promo code all lowercase bridge and the number 10. So the number is 10. So bridge 10. All right, let's get into Pokemon Go. Let's just do it. Pokemon Go. So that game's been out. We missed the launch because we were doing episode 300, so we didn't talk about it last week. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. I mean.
Literally. I love my Reddit stats, and I talk about how amazing Overwatch is doing all the time on Slack. And on July 8th, Pokemon Go subreddit hit 100K. Today is July 18th,
10 days,
and it's already at 625,000 subscribers. Yeah. That's 10 days. It did like over 500. They pulled in 500,000. New subscribers.
The craze is not. I mean, it's like everywhere you walk, you see people on their phones just walking, not paying attention whatsoever to what's going on around them. So they're playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
like you just know.
And it is changing the way people are seeing each other. It's like you automatically assume, Jim, like this person stopped on the side of the road. He doesn't have a flat tire. No, he's playing Pokemon Go.
Yep. Someone barrel rolls out of their car and lets it keep rolling down the street. Yeah, they're playing Pokemon Go. The car could have bad brakes, but I feel like they're going to run to get a Pokemon.
It's really just fascinating how. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there that it's literally changing the game. Like. Every concept of what a game could be, this is changing it. And I know, people have talked about...
It's based on a game that did this already.
Right, but it's adding like a real-world social aspect to it. Like this literally is going to be like a Pokemon MMO for all intents and purposes.
It already is, essentially. And and it's only growing from here.
I just don't see it lasting. It's a fad.
It's not a good... I don't see it not lasting is the problem. Because it's on a mobile device and it's free.
Like, is it a problem?
Did Candy Crush go away, Jim?
No. I mean, it still dies down.
Clash of Clans?
It declines massively.
If you look at the top grossing apps, Clash of Clans and Boom Beach and all the other apps that company's made, and Mobile Strike, those have been up there for years. Yeah. They make $4 million, $5 million a day.
Listen. I'm not saying it's not going to make him a shit ton of money. It is. I think I'm just more blown away by the craze.
You're the old man on his porch saying, "Get off of my lawn!"
But I actually play it. I do play the game, so it's like, Corey, do you even play it?
No.
So, so like, I actually play the game, so I'm like, I understand it, but it's just like, I just don't see it. I see it like Words with Friends, what lasted half a year, which is still great.
But Words with Friends never changed, like evolved or anything like that. Like literally, like they have already talked about what their coming soon goals are, and that includes like trading, ability to like give candies and stuff like that. Like there is stuff coming down the pipeline.
The idea that they have for businesses,
they have businesses. Yeah, and they have a deal with McDonald's.
Well, that's coming up.
You can actually and as a small company, you can also purchase lures or whatever. Lures. So I mean,
and that's a great thing for them. They're going to get and I've seen people on Facebook, like restaurants posting, come in, show us your Pokemon guy, get 10% off or something like that. It's like ridiculous. Yeah. So
I mean, just today there was an article that about GameStop, Tony.
Oh yeah, there's an article where GameStop, said that any stops that had a Poke Center at the GameStop, and they ran a promotion, I guess, over the weekend, and they saw like 100% revenue increase, which is
and the GameStop stock is just blown up from this also.
You still own
not
GameStop
just
stock?
No, I got rid of it.
Oh no! I knew you owned it.
But I did sell it higher than it is now.
Okay.
Because it was low.
Nintendo, let me ask you something. Didn't Nintendo pull itself from the stock market anyways? From the U.S. stock market?
It's never been publicly traded on the
I thought it was,
US.
and they pulled it. Okay, maybe
you had to,
a different company.
You had to get it.
Because I was looking at it when the whole Wii U stuff, and it was dropping. I was looking to buy some, but it wasn't as easy as just...
you have to go through another company.
Brokers and stuff.
Their stock their stock broke the stock market records. I mean,
5-year high.
Absolutely.
5-year high.
I'm not saying it's not doing amazing, guys. I'm not saying that at all. My only point. Only point. There's 2 points. Number one, how much are they actually going to make from this? Okay. Number one, how much are they going to make from this? And that's the most important. Number two, how long does it last?
Okay. If it lasts 3 years, is that a success, Jim?
Yes, absolutely. If it lasts a year, I'll give it a success.
Oh, geez. It's lasting a year.
Okay.
You want to make a bet on that?
No. I'm just telling you that if it lasts a year, it's a success. If it doesn't, it's just
what is lasting a year? If it's
what is
in the top grossing apps on the App Store on iPhone.
App for the year, I will give you that.
If it's a top 50 top grossing app for the year.
Top 10?
Top 10.
Go top 10?
Out of the hundreds and thousands of apps. Top 50, all right, so I'm gonna look right here just right now, and I don't even play this game because I don't want Google to have all of my information.
They already have it. They already have it.
Corey, that adjusted. They got rid of that.
All right.
The game no longer accesses all your information on Google.
Okay, well then maybe I'll get back into it. But right now, the top grossing app, if you can see.
Oh, I know, it's right there. Yeah.
Right, but look at the other apps that are on there: Candy Crush. This mobile strike thing that's always there, Spotify, and then
Netflix.
You have the
Pandora,
Clash of Clans. Those apps are there constantly, year round, because they have a great hook and they give people incentive to purchase things, but not to the point where they feel like they're losing something for doing it. That's the slippery slope there, where you don't want to be making people feel like they have to buy stuff to play the game. This game is doing a good job on that. So,
and
it made $14 million.
Once businesses see that stat of lures, just the sales increases, so many small businesses are going to be buying lures to bring people in. It's not just through iTunes that they're making money. And again, that's marketing. When you're in the top grossing apps, the other apps are pulling in $4 to $6 million a day. Yeah, I know.
To get to that
point. I'm not saying it's not
doing
great.
No, I know we're not, but we're just talking for our listeners because they haven't been probably not in our Slack chat.
They haven't been seeing our Slack chat yet. Yeah.
So just a note, now it's launched in 34 countries. In all 34 countries, it is the #1 grossing app.
I like how they haven't launched yet in Japan because it would break the world.
That's
essentially
absolutely
what they're saying.
It would bring Japan to its knees.
Yeah, they haven't launched it there. One, because of server issues. They don't feel like they have enough servers, which we all know they don't. and especially because they've done a decent job of actually getting them up, considering they didn't count on this many people playing it. But I'll give them credit there. But in Japan, it would be magnified 10 times plus.
Oh yeah.
Their entire economy would probably stop for the day while everybody hunted Pokemon.
I mean, just another point. Nintendo last week was one of the days was the most traded Japanese stock in any single day in this century.
Yeah.
This century, any Japanese stock, you're talking Honda, Toyota, like SoftBank, like huge Japanese companies, and Nintendo in one day.
Yeah.
Did more
because of Pokemon.
Stock because of Pokemon. I mean, it's literally like everybody in my office is playing the game. People who I never even took for liking video games, like one of our managers, like made fun of it, and the next day she's like catching them. I'm like, what are you doing? And then over the first weekend, we come back and she's like level 15. I'm like, you're higher level than most of us. What the hell? And she's like, I went for walks. I'm like, oh my god, like, it's literally insane.
I don't go for walks outside. I have never been to a Poke Center yet. I haven't been anywhere to play this game at all.
There was a gym right by my office when I first started the game, but I wasn't level 5, so I couldn't do anything. So then, yeah, no, well, I don't know. I deleted the game before.
I drive past gyms, but I'm not going to pull into somebody's parking lot just to park there and go to a gym. I'm just not. So.
You know, it's funny though. It's like because obviously this is a huge success for Nintendo, and it's gonna be around for a long time, Jim. I just don't see how you can say it's not. But neither that has nothing to do with it being good or bad.
Mobile phone attentions. I just don't see it happening. It's mobile phone.
That's
games.
the thing. You're not thinking about all the games that are staying on these top grossing lists, Jim. This game has more name recognition and appeal because it's going to be accessible to an audience that is 5 years old to 60 years old. Like my dad, called me asking about what is this whole Pokemon Go thing.
Every single email I get from marketing, clothing sites and stuff that I've gone to, they're all marketing it with Pokemon Go as their headline. There's a site, Jack Threads, that I go to, that sent me 5 things. Catch 'em all was the headline. Now, granted, it was for their clothes, but they're all cashing in on the slogans from Pokemon.
Absolutely.
So
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It's just a perfect storm because literally they're capitalizing on nostalgia of people our age or a little younger, because people are being like, oh man, I really remember Pokemon. Yeah, and I can play it on my phone, a version of it, a new iteration of Pokemon. It's different, but it's a new experience and it's fun. For most people, I think, anyway. And it's just, something to talk about. And honestly, it's crazy how social it is. I was in downtown Easton this weekend, and there were so many Pokestops. And constantly, every time I looked, there were just people playing Pokemon. And it's insane, just the fact that I could go up to any one of them and be like, yo, what are you catching there? And stuff like that. I mean, Corey posted the video in the Slack chat. People in New York City stopped in the middle of the street in their car, parked their car, and got out to catch a fucking Vaporeon. What?
Did you see the crowd? It looked like a freaking migration of Walking Dead zombies.
Yeah.
It's it was ridiculous. Yeah, people just getting out of their cars, leaving them running.
See, now where I live, it's not. We don't see that though, Corey. There's not a craze like that where we are.
No.
It's just
we don't have
cities there, Tony. We don't have that. I've seen a few people playing it, but it's not crazy. I was in Target, probably looked like an idiot. I was in Target walking around catching some over the weekend, and I was the only one I noticed doing it in Target.
Everybody, there's a client we have, and he's a pretty cool guy. He's a Jets fan. I went to their office the other day, and everybody in their office was playing Pokemon Go. And the one guy, he takes a bus every day, specifically because it goes slow enough to count as walking.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know, guys. I just
regardless of its quality, it's gonna be around, and people are gonna play it for a long time because the kids are gonna play it, and all these 9, 10 year olds, they're all playing it too, so they're gonna keep playing it. Their parents are playing it.
Yeah,
grandparents. You ask anybody, they've heard of this game. I mean, you can't.
Everybody's heard of it. It blew up the world.
So I think we all have to tell our favorite Pokemon joke now, or related.
Oh.
There's some pretty good ones out there.
You go ahead, tell a joke, Corey. Go ahead.
It's a little dirty.
It's okay. It's
my
this
favorite,
podcast.
My favorite ones. What do you call a Jamaican gynecologist? Hey, Pokemon.
That's,
Wow.
oh God, that's terrible. Okay, we're not ending. That's right. We can get into what we've been up to. God, I was like, that would be the terrible way to end this podcast. Let's get into what we've been up to for gaming. It's not been much different. I mean, I've been playing Overwatch, which is normal stuff. I'm ranked. I'm 53 on both systems. I guess I'm consistent. But I got Zero Escape finally. Finally.
Yeah.
And I have played a little bit of that, probably about an hour, which is, you can move along in that game. It's different though. Tony, now correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time we played 3 characters, right? There's 3 different stories going on here that you can start with, branching wise.
Yeah, because there's 3 different parties. It's how it's broken up to this time around. So it's definitely
you have to kind of bounce back and forth, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm getting into now. It's just like weird to have to do that. So I'm used to the multi-branching paths, but this is like different key cards. I'm used to like different doors, red, green, or blue. You know, but so I'm enjoying it so far.
You play on Vita?
Yeah, I'm playing on Vita. Which, by the way, again, playing the system was a great system. Sony, you killed it. You idiots. You killed it. You blew it up. Damn you.
There are a lot of games on Vita, though. Like,
there's a lot of good stuff on there, and people just naturally write it off and I can't even argue.
You can play Suikoden 2 on that game. I have it.
Yeah.
You can play Chrono Trigger on that game. Too.
Like, the games I've played on that system have been very good. I've been very impressed with them, graphically, control-wise, and I like the system. It's a terrible interface besides, like, before you get in the game.
The bubbles?
The bubbles were stupid.
Oh, the bubbles were
Oh, damn, it's so bad.
How do you design something why can't they just make it like their stupid PlayStation front? You know, it's that quick access menu.
So much easier.
Yeah, but whatever.
Especially with like a touchscreen, you can just like.
Yeah, they're out of the handheld now, anyways. This is last. The Vita won't. They won't have a Vita 2. So, I don't think. You guys don't think so, right?
I don't see that.
No. I think Sony.
But anyways, Tony, what have you been up to? I'm guessing you've played some Zero Escape, right?
Yeah, following up Zero Escape as well. So I'm enjoying the game. It's definitely a little
called
weird.
Zero Time Dilemma, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Zero Time Dilemma.
I just call it Zero Escape because it's like
it's part of the Zero Escape series. Definitely enjoying it. It is fun. I do feel like the puzzles are a little watered down. At least the initial ones. I'm only like 5 hours in so far, and I'm like, okay. It was more of like I didn't know where to put this for a second, rather than like, man, what are they trying to get me to do here? But I'm playing on 3DS, so like. The graphics are definitely showing their age on the system, and I probably would have gotten it on Steam, actually, if it wasn't for the fact that I own the other 2 games on the 3DS, or the DS and 3DS. I just like to have them all playable in the same system. I don't know, it's a weird OCD thing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, no, it's a fun game. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know how I feel about it yet, though. Like, the way they're doing some of the things, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm a fan of this yet. But we'll see how the story turns out. That's ultimately
roll within 30 seconds. Are you a fan of that one? Not to give anything up for anybody, but credits rolling in 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, they made.
I was like,
I beat the game.
Yep. I'm like, well, my work here is finished.
It's done. I saved the day, guys.
First choice of the game, and I win.
Yep, I win, motherfucker. But yeah, it's a good game. Hopefully, it lives up to the other 2 because the other 2 are really awesome. And actually, I would say 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, or whatever it's called. Is one of my favorite games of all time.
And after I started playing this last week, we did our favorite games of all time. I realized that we probably should have mentioned that in that list. And
there's so many to mention, you know.
And Fire Emblem for me, Awakening for me, the hours I put in that game. I still haven't done as many in
XCOM 360.
XCOM, dude, I can't wait for that to come onto the console in September. Like I'm looking ahead to what's coming out in September, and I am psyched for September. There's some good stuff, like really good stuff. And it may be really good stuff because hopefully Recore is good. But at least I'll still get Forza Horizons and XCOM.
But yeah, other than that, just a lot of Overwatch, and I watched a lot of Evolution over the weekend. Just insane. Now, it is insane what people can do in fighting games.
Did somebody jump on the stage shirtless and challenge the winner? Did this happen?
Not challenge the winner, but it was apparently the winner's #1 fan or something like that. So he like wanted to like I don't know.
He got escorted off by like security and everything.
Oh yeah, real quick.
Is this for Street Fighter or is this for
Street Fighter?
What game?
Street Fighter 5.
Oh. Yeah, Street Fighter 5.
So who won? Spoiler alert.
What was his name?
What's his name?
Oops. I have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know his name off the top of my head.
Did the Silver Fox guy win his MK like he always does? I know he's like known for MK and Injustice.
The winner champion Street Fighter V was Infiltration.
Infiltration.
Yep, playing as Nash and Fang.
Nice.
Anyways, so.
So what was the prize pool in that?
I just closed that window. Oh shoot! Why is it telling me that?
I know they had the most entrants ever, like, and it was at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. So it's getting bigger, which is surprising. I thought it wouldn't be as big this year.
I don't know what they win. I don't have the prize pool here, so I don't know.
It was a lot of money. Yeah. Well, I'll just say that it was a lot of money. Kind of in related news, unfortunately, really sad news, but one of the I think Smash Brothers players, Smash Brothers for Wii U players, apparently sexually assaulted one of their hotel roommates.
Jesus.
And not just once, but like twice. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? So yeah, they lost sponsorship. Their sponsor dropped them immediately. I'm pretty sure they're banned from any U.S. tournaments. I think he's from Mexico or something like that. Really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Try not to talk about downer stuff on the podcast, but just bring that to light. Like, don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Like, don't molest other people. Don't touch people without their permission. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
You know, just don't do that.
I mean, I hope he gets everything he deserves.
He probably will. I hopefully will.
He just needs, hopefully he gets help. You know, ultimately, it's the best.
I don't care about that.
Well, no, I know.
We're talking about justice. Justice.
Right.
Justice reigns from above.
Rockets to the face, but yeah. No, Evolution was awesome. It's definitely really amazing seeing these players play these games at such a high level. And
that was aired on ESPN also.
Yeah.
Street Fighter,
yeah. They
actually had to make somebody switch costumes for, I think, Laura? Because it was or Mika, because it was too revealing after the first round. They're like, you got to pick one of her alternates because that's too much boobage going on, and we can't have it on ESPN because
it's a Disney channel.
Wow.
But,
all right.
I mean, I understand, but it's kind of silly. But that's all I've been up to.
Corey.
All right. Yeah, just a bunch of Overwatch. But I did play Destiny. They have moments of triumph year 2, and so. Basically, you have certain like tiers or different achievements that you can do within the game, and usually they're pretty hard. And obviously, I've been playing it so much that I had all of them already when they announced this, except for one, which was collect 50 calcified fragments. And for that one, the only reason I didn't have it is because it was a random event that had to happen, but you needed to pay for that event, and you didn't always have the materials to pay for it.
Oh, you had to pay. I think you had to like pay for that event. Like,
no,
what?
In game.
Okay.
So like you needed like a certain rune, and those you had to either purchase or get another random drop. So a lot of random stuff going on there, and just never lined up for me. But because they announced
the boss fights, that area.
Mm-hmm. It's the King's Court, whatever it's called. And so. Since they announced it, I was like, I really got to do this before September 20th, so I might as well get started now. And I only had 3 of these things, and I didn't know when I was going to get another one, but I was like, all right, I'll just use them and see what happens. First one, I didn't get it. I was like, fuck, this is gonna be bad. Second one didn't happen for me, and third one, I'm like, well, I'll just throw it in there, and then I got it. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing! I finally got this thing, and I really did not want to have to like search for these runes and try to get the game because it's a random thing, and then you can buy them, but then you also need like another random drop to pay for them. So it's so much of this stuff is just random. So I was just like so elated that I didn't have to go and grind it out for these next 2 months. But now that I have that, you get exclusive stuff for doing it, but they also offer on the Bungie store a custom shirt that you can get with your name on it and stuff.
So I wonder how close I am to those things. I think I have 20. What was the requirement? The fragments.
All of them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I already have half of them or more.
You need if you need 50 of them. Yeah. So all 50. Yeah. But so that was good. It's just so crazy though, because playing so much Overwatch and going from 60 frames to 30 frames, everything is in slow motion. It really is a big difference.
I bet. I hope that Destiny 2. Well, that's the big thing for Destiny 2 is 60 frames. It has to be. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions really held back what they could do.
Absolutely.
And now you're seeing that with the new expansion, you're not going to get PS3 versions or Xbox 360 versions. Yep. So they left them behind.
Finally, moving on. So, all right, so you played some Overwatch as well. We played Xbox and on PS4, so played both systems. Oh, I got the Elite controller. We forgot to talk about that.
Oh yeah, tell us about your story.
Huh. Oh yeah. So
what did you wish? What did you want to happen, Jim?
It actually almost worked exactly the same. I made money on it, I think, didn't I? Like, I ended up paying. I paid $85 for an Elite controller. It turned out to be $85. I traded in.
So wait, first of all, when you said you're buying it in the Slack chat, Jim's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy an Elite controller," and I'm like thinking, "Cool," and he's like, "It's gonna be used." I'm like,
well, first of all,
the Elite controller is probably stolen because people don't just trade in Elite controllers, or more likely, it was broken. Yeah. Because that's exactly what you did, Jim.
Yeah, I traded in 2 controllers. One had no battery life, and the other one was the day one Xbox controller, which they're god awful. Like, their triggers are terrible. Corey, I understand your plight. Like, they're terrible. You need to get yourself a new controller. The Elite controller.
I have a problem with this controller. So
the Elite controller, when it works, because the one I got from them at GameStop was a broken. It wasn't like terrible, but it was like on repeat. If I used the right D-pad or the left D-pad to see my abilities, you couldn't actually see them. They would like flicker on the screen. So that was really the only gripe I had with it. Although I noticed that control-wise, this one didn't seem to skip around as much. This new one I have, it doesn't skip around at all. Actually, this is excellent. So customization-wise on these Elite controllers, it's amazing. Like, I set the trigger, the actual triggers now, which is funny because Corey, you have the elevated raised trigger on your PS4. You raise, and I hated it when I was at your house. Thumbstick. Sorry. So I have options on this controller. They give you 3 different types of thumbsticks to put on your controller. You can just mix and match them, whichever one makes you feel good. So on my left thumbstick, which is my movement one, I have the smaller thumbstick, like a regular Xbox one.
Yeah, the lower. Yeah.
On the right one, I have an elevated Xbox One now to help me with more precise aiming. Because as I've gotten used to it, you can actually be more precise with that. So I upped the sensitivity on the in the game itself. I started updating that, and then that also helped me on both systems because once I learned I should up the sensitivity of the game because it's at 20 to begin with. Overwatch, by the way, I'm talking about Overwatch. This is where I've only played it in. Sensitivity in the game, I'm up to 40, and helps out greatly. But the main thing this controller has on it is you can set the thumbsticks to be a certain sensitivity off the bat. So they have like default. They have what's it called? There's
light
a couple
touch.
Different, yeah, they have a couple different curves. So I chose smooth, which is like really like a perfect. It's a perfect curve, really. It doesn't jump on you. Like you can have it jump straight up. Like if you press up, it'll jump high. Like the actual thumbstick.
Cursor.
Thumbstick. So when you look up, you'll jump up. It'll be quick, which I didn't like. So I did smooth, and it's like really nice. I've done really well with it. And then it has the on the back of the controller. Why don't I have this in my
paddles?
Hand? It has the paddles. I should have this in my hand. This controller. But it has the.
Go get it, Jim. Go get it.
All right, be right back. fill in the time, guys.
So yeah, I love how Jim was like, "I hate this thing," ripping it off my controller on 300. And now he's like, "Oh, I got it. It's great." I was like, "Aha, told you, Jim." No, I mean, I liked it. I think that once you get used to it, it makes a lot of sense to have that elevated thumbstick, and it really does help, actually. Oh,
my headphones on.
Wait, was it outside, Jim? You still have your Xbox outside?
What's that?
You still have your Xbox outside?
Yeah, I haven't moved into my room yet. So, This is the Elite controller. All right. This D-pad can be swapped out. But I don't like the other one that it has. It has the other one is just the dial pad, which I hate. So I have all different size. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see. Can you see that? Different size thumbsticks, which they're easily swappable. It's pretty awesome. Triggers on the back. These are actually really nice triggers now. And there's actually a button. Let me see if I can show you guys. There's buttons on the back. You can flip, and that makes them depress fully. Or you put them down, and they lock higher. So it's a quicker trigger.
More like the bumper.
It's more of a bumper, but it's a quick trigger. So you don't have to pull it down. It's almost like a click. So you click and hold, but you don't have to go as far, so it's faster to shoot. You can do that on both sides. Then you also have the toggle switches on the back. So I set my left bumper, my right bumper, and these are both jump. Because in a panic, I'm going to hit both to jump. So as Lucio, I found out that I was, depending on where I was aiming and where I was shooting at, I would hit, either side. So I made them both jump. So you have your left bumper, which we know what that does in Overwatch. It's like depending on your character. But, you switch from healing for Lucio or fast. And then you have your right bumper, which is usually D.Va is the shield, so. But
it's an ability.
It makes it so you basically don't have to move your hands off of the triggers ever. So,
or the thumbsticks.
So you stay right on the home keys for it. But the controllers, really, it's such high quality. The whole thing is like nice and grippy finish everywhere, and it's heavy. Like it's a heavy controller, which some people may not like. But Corey, you told me you would like that. And there's actually
I definitely like the weightier controllers than the lighter ones.
There's actually, if you look here, there's a switch that you can hit. You can actually have 2 configurations programmed in for different players. So different sensitivities, different
that's pretty
schemes.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right
all
off the
presets.
Bat. Yep. And other than that, it does chew through battery a little more. I think we noticed that the other day. I've charged it a little more than I'm used to. Not PlayStation 4 controller charging, but, it's probably about 10 hours now, a battery. Individual rumble, depending on where you want it to go. I love it. It's a great controller, so I'm very happy with it. It's expensive as hell. It's $150, but you can get it for $119, which we saw the other day. Tony posted that, and I got it for trading in those 2 controllers that don't really work, and I got it for $85. And I ended up getting a new one because the used one was broken and went back, and they basically. I had to pay the difference, but it was like $7. It turned out to be, so I ended up paying $85 for the new one. So it's fine.
Cool.
But yeah. Anyways, so are we good with what we've been up to, guys? We're done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
it's
gonna wrap up.
I just wanted to mention real quick because I thought you were going to the Battlefront. The last DLC pack is going to be is going to be Rogue One.
Yeah,
stuff.
Rogue One. Death Star is coming soon, and the single player offline mode is coming too.
Oh, that's this week, I think.
Yeah. So Rogue One will have some DLC. That's nice. Mike's got to be happy about that because I think he's going back to playing that.
Yeah, the Overwatch is the saltiest game ever, and Diva's got some great stuff because she's like some of her Korean stuff translates to salt.
No, nice.
Like salt being salty and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of her spray. I think 2 of her sprays are salt related. Here's the thing though, like as somebody who played League of Legends for years. That game, like you have to invest at least 20 plus minutes into a game. So when you lose a game of that, the feel bads are real. At least Overwatch, the games are like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I'm not saying I don't get mad. I'm not saying games. Hold on. I'm not saying I'm not. Well, except that one game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't get mad, but like when you guys rage, I laugh because I'm just like, man, you guys would never last League of Legends. Like you guys. Would kill somebody.
I never wanted to play it.
That is why I don't play it, Tony.
I never wanted to play it.
That's exactly right. Same with Dota. Like I don't play those games because the matches are way too long, and when you do lose, the blame and salt just starts flowing.
Yeah.
But Heroes of the Storm kind of, I guess, tries to make it quicker and more accessible. But I mean, it's just not my style game. So
yeah, that's fine. I would not recommend getting into it if you could avoid it.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap up 301.5. Write us podcast at allycangeek.net for any comments and questions you have. If you like this new format, video games and movies separated, let us know. Follow us on Twitter at allycangeek. Like us on Facebook. Join us on Slack chat. We'd love to hear from you again. So please write to us and let us know. And tune in next week. More video game talk, more Overwatch, I'm sure. Try to do a bonus round for Overwatch. We're going to try to do a season bonus round. So, even though we're all salty on the season competition,
season ends August 18th, so we got time.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Tune in next week, guys. Thanks.
Peace.